Xbox Game Studios has come a long way in the last few years. The expansion of Microsoft's studio portfolio, Xbox Game Pass, and righting some of the wrongs of 2013 have been integral to getting back some public opinion. Now they look set to start out next generation with a true focus on games. Halo Infinite will launch with the Series X, Hellblade 2 has just been announced, and one would assume Forza Motorsport 8 will drop within the launch window as well, probably showcasing every bit of power possible on Microsoft's new hardware. Even before Series X launches, 2020 is actually a pretty good year for Xbox Game Studios. Ori and the Will of the Wisps, although a second-party title, launched to phenomenal reception and it's incredible. Gears Tactics looks to be a very polished spin-off of the Gears series. Wasteland 3, although delayed, is shaping up to be a top-notch tactical RPG, and Microsoft Flight Simulator is probably the best-looking game of all time, although it doesn't have a set release window just yet. Bleeding Edge, Ninja Theory's side project from a small team of developers at the British studio, has had a lackluster launch unfortunately. It's in a competitive space, but given time, the team working on this game could find success like Rare with Sea of Thieves, which has just passed its 2-year anniversary and continues to go from strength to strength. But what's next? Microsoft have a very impressive list of studios under their belt now. Obsidian, inXile, Playground, Turn 10, Rare, Compulsion, The Initiative, Mojang, the list goes on. But what can we expect to see from these studios as the next generation rolls around and the fruits of their labour begin to show? If you haven't subscribed already, click that button down below as I'll be covering everything leading up to the next generation of consoles, and turn on notifications so you know exactly when I upload a new video. I've got a new show launching in the next couple of weeks too, so it's an exciting time for the channel. But for now, let's get right into it. Speculation has swirled for literally years now about what Playground Games have been working on in their new RPG studio. Pundits have for a very long time assumed this is a reboot or continuation of the Fable franchise. These developers have been working long and hard on something, and only a small piece of concept art has surfaced which points towards its themes. A continuation of the Fable franchise would be a massive win for Xbox Game Studios. Fable was incredibly popular, and despite the whimsical claims of Peter Molyneux and the disappointing to most third title, revisiting the world of Albion would be incredible. On the other hand, if Playground aren't working on Fable, I'm okay with that too. A new IP is something that I'm just passionate about, and I love to see developers get to flex their creative muscles with new worlds, new lore, and have creative control over something completely fresh. Either way, it looks like Playground will have a fantasy RPG to show off soon, and hopefully to launch not long after the Series X launches in holiday 2020. Whether intentional or not, Microsoft have really made a point to fill out their roster of RPG studios with their acquisition of inXile and Obsidian. Two quite legendary teams headed up by role-playing masterminds and veterans in the industry, these studios now have a financial and creative backing of Microsoft and the ability to really make whatever they want. The Outer Worlds was a great game and truly a spiritual successor to Fallout New Vegas, but with a bigger budget and team and time, the sequel to The Outer Worlds could truly be a special title from Xbox Game Studios. Couple that with the fact that a lot of PlayStation players probably love this game too, and you could see people from Team Blue attracted to either PC or Xbox when a sequel eventually releases. inXile are about to release Wasteland 3, a game many years in the making, but rumours state that under their new stewardship, this team is staffing up and working on a truly AAA role-playing experience. With quality writers, artists and storytellers, as well as a pedigree in the RPG genre, set loose with total creative freedom under Microsoft, we could be seeing some of the best RPGs of next gen all coming from Xbox Game Studios. The Initiative are a bit of a mystery right now. They are busy staffing up and taking talent from all over the industry and haven't teased anything or made any noises regarding what it is they're actually working on. This is a good thing. There's no need for them to go rushing out and showing footage too early or announcing something that will potentially be changed in the future. Patience is key with game development, and the Initiative have been quietly working away in the shadows for years. Rumours within the industry suggest that the Initiative will be the studio that focus on single-player, narrative-heavy third-person AAA games that compete against the big guns from Sony. and this is exactly what Microsoft needs. With the initiative poaching key staff from Rockstar, Santa Monica Studio, Crystal Dynamics, Insomniac, Respawn Entertainment, Riot Games, Ubisoft, and more, this is essentially a star-studded lineup of highly talented developers and creators to rival the best of them. Personally, I think it'll be at least a year or two before we see anything proper from the initiative, but having them working away in silence has me incredibly excited for what they have in store for Series X. We love speculation and rumours in the games industry. Unfortunately, sometimes it gets out of control and people expect much more than what we ever get in return. But it's fun to dream, right? Microsoft has some franchises in its back catalogue that could really cause a stir, so I thought it would be fun to put some of what I hope into this list to generate some discussion. I would love to see a Perfect Dark reboot take on the immersive sim genre in the vein of Deus Ex, sprawling level design, gadgets galore, ensuring the return of the laptop gun and the Farsight, of course, first-person simulation-style gameplay with dialogue options, branching story paths, the works. The industry is severely lacking in immersive sims currently, a genre that I think is massively underrepresented, and a big-budget Perfect Dark immersive sim would be a dream game for me. Could the Coalition pull this off? What about 343 Industries as an offshoot team from the bigger Halo releases, or even Compulsion Games? With a game like Perfect Dark, you'd have to add multiplayer too, as it was such a staple part of the original title in N64, and add in all the gadgetry and sci-fi technology and you'd have me hooked instantly. This is just one of a lot of Microsoft-owned properties that could make a comeback next generation. But what about you guys? Sound off in the comments below. What games do you want to see next gen? Do you want to see more spin-offs like Gears Tactics or Halo Wars? New IPs? Drop them all down below and let's have a talk about Xbox Game Studios. If you enjoy the content that we make on the channel here, like I said, make sure you subscribe. We've got new shows dropping very soon and you don't want to miss it. And you can follow me on Twitter @DirectGaming if you want to stay up with everything that I'm currently playing. And let me know, are you excited for next generation? Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.